What's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys can hear me. We're going to be watching the Capcom Next Event. So I'm just setting things up here. I forgot to post on the community to let everybody know that that's what we're doing. Actually, let me get out of this. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Is everybody hyped? How's it going, Wesker Bros? How's it going? Let me get the chat right here. Sorry, I was having a granola bar and it got in my throat. Let's actually put some music. Let me know how this sounds, guys. Because I did get a new song for this moment. Let me know what you guys think. Is it too loud? Is it too loud? Let me know. Let me know how that works. Let me know. I can't hear it, actually. 1 second. We're going to check. I'm just going to let everybody know on the community. By the way, guys, if you guys are watching on YouTube or on Twitch and you haven't followed, make sure to go give me a follow on Twitch. We're almost to 100 followers. And you know what? Speaking of which as well, we also need some follows on Twitter. We're almost to 200 if I'm not mistaken. So that'd be much appreciated, guys, if you go and get a follow. I was also hearing something interesting in regards to Twitch. Apparently you can actually put VIPs to certain members. I don't know, that's pretty interesting. I guess I'll have to try that, give that a shot. But guys, you know what? Let me actually put the timer so you guys can see when we're actually going to be starting. Let me put it right here. So we do have 26 minutes until the Capcom Next event starts. Very interesting. It's the first time that we've actually seen Capcom Next. That's never been a thing before. So that's a little bit, it's a new name, but I don't know why Capcom keeps making new names for stuff. Like before it was the Capcom Showcase, then it was something else. What was it, guys? You guys remember? I don't know. Capcom's always coming up with weird names for their for their events. Or was it PlayStation? I think it's PlayStation and Capcom. So maybe that's why. I don't know. I'm just, yeah. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm always coming up with new logos. Anyways, I'm watching the latest Capcom Next Event. See any new details? Yep, okay. We're ready to post. I'm going to post that to the community so everybody knows. I did not post on Instagram, but you know what? I think that's okay. That's okay for now. We'll see. You know what? I do have my Capcom Creator sweater right here. If you guys didn't know, I am part of the Capcom Creators, which basically means that I get free stuff from Capcom. If you guys saw that video, I got a free collector's edition Capcom Creator shirt. I don't know if you guys can see right there. Yeah, really awesome. Super heavy though, and it's summer. And I'm kind of another sweater before, and I was like, dude, it's getting toasty in here. How's it going? I love crossplay. Thank you so much for playing the sheesh. That's a good one. Good one. By the way, guys, is the sound alerts going through? Let me double check that because we are streaming. Yep, it should be going through. Awesome. And like, guys, let me know how the audio is. Let me actually check that real quick. Ryden says, yes, I can hear you. Sounds good. Thank you so much for stopping by, Ryden. Always appreciate it. You stopping by, especially during the events. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna pull up the stream. I'm also gonna check how it is on Twitch as well. I didn't have time to check. As mentioned, yeah, we have 24 minutes. 24 minutes and 20. You know what? Actually, let me switch the timer. You know what? That's fine. We're like 10 seconds a little late. You know what I mean? Like the thing, but we're gonna check. Oh, it's loud? Audio is great? This is a Capcom only event. I was expecting some exciting reveals. Yes, this is just Capcom. So this is the Capcom Next. And thank you so much for stopping by, Lord Vlaglar. Really appreciate it. Ryden says, can you put your Twitch link here? You know what? It's actually in the description. So if you guys want to check it out, it is in the description as well. Yeah, let me put it down a little. I'm gonna put it down. Where's Dead Rising? Oh no, not that. Put that up. There we go. I'm gonna put it a little down. So minus 20 dB. I think that's what I had other songs at. Let's check how that sounds. Yeah, I think that's good. Guys. Minus 20 dB. Let me know if it's a little too distracting. I did kind of mess around with the audio, so it does, you can hear it, which is nice, but it sounds kind of muffled. So I actually was watching a creator called Nutty who was showcasing how to do that a long time ago, so really appreciate that. And what was I going to say? All right, so we're ready, guys. We are ready. This is how the Capcom Next Event actually shows, so you guys know what we're looking at here. This is what we're gonna be looking at. Actually, let me get out of this. Here we go. All right. So as you guys can see, I'm ready right here. It still hasn't officially started. It is, like I said, we're like 10 minutes. The timer is 10 minutes ahead. I mean, 10 seconds ahead, not 10 minutes. But I mean, that's fine. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And as soon as we get to like the 5-minute mark, I'll really keep an eye on that. But guys, what are you guys hoping to see? You know, one of the things that I was actually talking about and discussing in my recent video for Dead Rising, and thank you, by the way, we actually got a bunch of new viewers from Dead Rising. So that's awesome, because I definitely want to cover a lot more Dead Rising content, as well as Resident Evil, obviously. But especially, you know, because what was weird about this trailer was that it said that it was releasing this year. So is it going to be releasing like in a couple of months? Is it going to be a fall release? I'm excited. I don't know. I'm super hyped. I'm hoping this is a remake. I mean, regardless, this still looks amazing, because that was one of the things that I was mentioning in the video is that is this a remake or is this a remaster? Because I don't know, everything looks different. Now, there was a lot of people that were actually arguing in the comments with me. And if you guys know me, I love arguing, so I'm down to argue at all times. But a lot of people were kind of bringing up the point that, oh, well, Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, so that automatically means that it's a remaster. That's not a great argument. And even one of the persons that I was actually talking to was bringing up the argument that, hey, like, Last of Us Part 1, Naughty Dog called that a remake, but at the end of the day, it was just a remaster. And it's like, well, that's a good example of companies that are getting things wrong. So that could definitely be the case with Capcom. So, you know what I mean? Like, it's not 100% like certain that if, you know what I mean, like if a company says that it's this, that's exactly what it is. I think I'm mostly in the belief that it seems to me like Capcom, since they called the Resident Evils reimaginings and, you know, everybody considers them remakes, I think they want to be very specific and say Deluxe Remaster, mostly due to the fact that I think it's like a very one-to-one remake, kind of like, you know, Dead Space was, which I actually have to play. I have not played the new Dead Space remake, which, yeah, I definitely have to, because I love Dead Space. I got a platinum on it a long time ago. I think it's like 2014? I don't know, man. It's been a long time. But yeah, it's great. Yeah. I Stink Gaming. How's it going, I Stink? What's up, man? Long time no see. What's up, man? It's been a while since I watched the stream. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate it. Raiden says Last of Us Part 1 was like a double remaster. LOL. Yeah, that's what people were saying as well. Lord Vlaglar was saying, I'm hoping for a port of the Outbreak games, kind of like how the first 3 RE games are on GOG, but I much prefer physical releases. Yeah, that's a very good point. Remastered on PS4 and PS5. Yeah, and that was super weird. You can tell that Naughty Dog was just, you know, trying to milk you know, The Last of Us, especially because the show came out. And you know what's funny is that the show actually was shot in the city that I live in right now in Canada. And the second season of the show is actually going to where I'm actually from, like in Vancouver Island, in a small town like in Nanaimo, all the way on the West Coast. So it's funny how Last of Us is just very connected to me. I guess, I don't know, they're filming in every place that I lived in, which is weird, right? I don't know, that's weird. Like, yeah, they were filming in my hometown in the first season. Which was, yeah, it was just funny. I actually talked to a lot of people that were in Last of Us Part 1 on the movie set. By the way, guys, if you guys want to check me out on a movie, I was actually recently in Billy the Kid. They basically released the full second season, because we were filming, but then there was like a break. So they did have to stop the season, right? They had to stop it. So then we shot like the second season during the winter. I can talk about this now because it's already out. So the NDA is, you know, it's out there, you know, like I don't have to keep secret about that. But yeah, so you can watch it on MGM Plus or Amazon. Amazon, you can also, you know, subscribe through there through MGM. But it's called Billy the Kid if you guys want to see me. But yeah. Thank you so much for following Poke443. Really appreciate it. Right, let's see. Actually, let's move this out of here. Actually, one second. Let's actually move this. We're at 18 minutes. Okay, we still got a long time, guys. We got a long while until it actually starts. What was I going to say? Resident Evil Apocalypse filmed in Canada too. Yes, it was actually. And you know what's funny is that my aunt was living in the town where it was actually filmed, but I think all of them were pretty much filmed in Canada, except for like the last one. I think the last one was filmed in actually in Africa. Like the worst one, the final chapter. That one was filmed in Africa. But I'm pretty sure for all of them, they were most likely filmed, because you know what? Constantine likes to film in like the production company likes to film in Canada. I don't know, like they filmed a lot of stuff in Canada. I think all of them, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think all of them were filmed in Canada. You know what was funny too? I was on set it was like a Hallmark movie. I was playing extra work, I was doing background, and you know the guy in the first Resident Evil movie? I've never talked about this actually, but you know the first guy, I actually saw him on set. He was actually the main guy in this Hallmark movie or like Lifetime movie. I don't know what it was. It was called Signed, Sealed, and Delivered. Anyways, the guy that got like infected, the one that turns into the Nemesis, that guy. I don't remember his name. It's been a while since I watched those Paul W.S. Anderson movies. I saw. I don't know. I didn't go say hi to him. And you know what's funny too, is that in the new movie set that I was just in right now, filming Billy the Kid, because I shot that for like a year. That one, I also met another Resident Evil actor from Welcome to Raccoon City. So make sure to follow me on socials. I'll probably post the picture since the series is already out. And obviously, you know, when we took the picture, you know, the actor was like, yeah, just make sure not to like post it before or else you're going to get me in trouble. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah. Because, you know, we're not allowed to do that because spoilers and stuff, you know, and also NDAs, production companies, they will go after you if you if you talk about stuff before it actually like releases, which is funny, right? Like, yeah, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. You know what I mean? Because I do not want a whole production company after me legally. So, but like I said, it's already out, so I'm definitely gonna post that on socials. But super hyped. Hey, it's me, Raiden. Oh, okay, yeah, sounds good. Thank you so much, Raiden, for following on Twitch. Really appreciate it. Oh, thank you so much for subscribing, Shadow Fox. Really appreciate it as well. On YouTube, Shadow Fox says, yo, I made it for once. Oh, thank you so much for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate it. Lord Vlagar says, oh, is that the same area they filmed Welcome to Raccoon City? I forget the name of the town. For Resident Evil, no, Welcome to Raccoon City was actually shot in Sault Ste. Marie. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It's in Ontario. And Resident Evil Apocalypse was shot in Hamilton. So it's like a couple of hours. I mean, everything in Canada is like super, it's far away. So, but it's in the same province. So what's funny is that moving here, because I live on like the west side of the country, I actually had to pass by Sault Ste. Marie. I actually passed by it. And and then after, you know, the year after, that's when it was announced that Welcome to Raccoon City shot there. So they were probably shooting as I was passing by, which is crazy, right? Yeah, but really cool. But yeah, like I said, I talked to one of the actors that's in Welcome to Raccoon City. I'm gonna post a picture of that on socials. So I'll have to see. Yeah, I'll post it. So like, guys, if you don't follow me on socials, make sure to do that. Yeah, I appreciate the support, because we just hit 500 followers on Instagram, which is awesome. But on Twitter, it's a little low. We're like at 179. And I think the majority of my followers on Twitter is just like bots. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's just bots. I don't know. I think Twitter is just filled with, oh, what's this? Sorry, Capcom is saying that the video may be inappropriate for some users. Okay. Can I not watch it? Wait, check this out. Maybe I have to refresh. Check this out. Like, why is it showing that? Wait, what? Okay, I'm gonna refresh. I'm actually gonna refresh. What is it, F5? Yeah, we'll do F5. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, it just started. That's weird. Usually they ask you if you want to, like, I understand that this, you know, might contain whatever, and you have to sign in. But I was already there. Like, I already did that before, so I don't know why I did that the second time as soon as the stream started. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I know who. Oh, by the way, yeah, I don't have anything set up on my alerts for socials. My bad. It's on the About page, though. It's on my About page, as well as in the description for YouTube if you guys want to see that. So it's all there. It's all there, my socials and stuff. But guys, we are 13 minutes until it starts. Super hyped. Oh, wait a second. We're at 13:22, and on the Capcom thing, it actually shows 13:21. So that's weird. We were behind, but now I guess we're ahead. I guess Capcom took a couple seconds to start. By the way, should I also put my Capcom Creator thing? Maybe I should put a logo. We'll do that. We'll see. Do I have it on this PC? I don't know. Wait a second. Do I have it on this PC? On this PC? No, I don't. Ah. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have the Capcom Creators thing. I could pass it over to my computer by here. Wait 1 second. We'll try to do that. I might as well, right? Might as well. We'll see. Okay, 1 second. Let me just bring up the picture for Capcom Creators, because I'm an official co-streamer for this. Because like I said, well, they didn't give me, like, they didn't tell us to like sign up for anything, but they just said like, hey, if you wanna, make sure to co-stream it. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. let's go. 1 second. I'm actually gonna pass it through USB. 1 sec. Hey, Lady Huga, how's it going? 1 second, guys. I will catch up with the chat. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. We are good to go, it seems. Awesome. All right, now I just need the... Okay, we're going to paste that. Perfect. All right. Okay. All right. So, where is it? Here we go. Let me put that over by pictures. All right, perfect. Now I can actually add it to the stream. Image. All right, awesome. Let's add it, shall we? Let's freaking do it. 1 second, guys. I will be catching up with the chat. Sorry, guys. By the way, I haven't been mentioning this in a long time, but if I don't like missing chats. So if I ever miss a chat and you're like, oh, you forgot to see it, just let me know. Let me know and I'll read it. Because I don't like doing that. I don't like missing no chats. You know what I mean? So. Capcom Creators. Awesome. Okay, so that's for that. But you know what? Let's actually add it to the actual source here as well. Gigi, can you shut your face, please? Sorry, that's my cat. He's just crying to go outside, and it's like he was just outside. So you need to calm down, cat. All right? You don't need to cry like that. Why are you crying like that? People are gonna think that you got hurt or something. I don't know. My cat is. He's annoying. That's all I'll say. He's annoying. He cries too much, dude. He cries too much. It's just that cat. That cat's woken me up so many times. Okay, wait a second. Hold up. Where's the Capcom Creators? What? Wait. Why does it say there's a red timer? Oh. Was it supposed to be there? Interesting. Oh, because I have to click it, right? Right? Oh, wait. Why was it that at the bottom? What? Why was it hidden? That's crazy. Why was it hidden? Why though? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was like trying to find where I was putting it like in a layer for stuff, and I couldn't find it. It was crazy. Lord Vaglar says, I follow on Facebook. I'm an old man, so Instagram and Twitter are not on my radar. LOL. Well, thank you, Lord Vaglar. I always appreciate it. You've been a long time subscriber, so yeah, I appreciate your support, man. Yeah, really appreciate it. Raiden says, is it worth to get the OG trilogy on GOG? You know what? I might make a video, but you know what? I've been kind of busy since I had to do the Keeper's Diary. If you guys saw that, it's been a little hard. But you know what? I will say yes. But there is a slight stutter. So when Chris runs or Jill, sometimes it'll just like frame skip, and it almost seems like Chris is like just skipping, like he's just like phasing through. That kind of sucks. But everything else is very plug and play. but there have been some people, like some modders, that have been like trying to fix it. I'm actually looking into that right now, so that's why I haven't posted a video to say if it's worth it, because I'm still trying to figure it out. So just know that it's not like perfect. It does run awesome. There's not that much control over it, so it's very like plug and play. Like you can put a controller, you can play, but what's nice also is that the door skips, so you can skip doors immediately. So as you go through a door, everything is good. And by the way, guys, did we just hit the 7 minutes? Did we just hit 7 minutes? I don't have 7 minutes on here? No, I do.
7 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you.
Yeah, we said hi to Lady Hugo. I love crossplays. Yeah, send a bunch of emojis. Lord says, I always at the most in a opportune times do cats be all like that. I know, right? It's like he was crying his face off, almost as if like he died or something. He was like, wow, and it's like, dude, like chill. Like there was no reason for that. Anyways, I don't know. It's just that cat. There's a bunch of cats in my house, but I don't know why. I don't know why that one has to cry like that all the time. Let me see. They're just playing trailers, honestly. It's like Marvel versus Capcom. I don't want to switch. Maybe there might be some copyright, but just let me turn down the volume actually. So that's what I'm seeing right now. So they're just playing the same trailers that they showcased in the Summer Games Fest or whatever. So yeah, okay, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. Poke says, I wonder if you get all the alternate outfits you get from the OG trilogy and from different platforms. Yeah, you know what? I'm not too sure. I have to double check that. I haven't beaten it. Honestly, I've been so busy because, like I said, I had to do the Keeper's Diary because I got that for early access. So that kind of, because I already posted a video too. Actually, what was the video that I posted? Oh, it was the Dead Rising, right? It was Dead Rising, wasn't it? I'm second guessing myself. I'm working on too many videos. I think it was Dead Rising. I think that's what it was. But yeah. Oh, interesting. Capcom USA is only outputting at 1080-60. I mean, that's fine. I mean, Twitch does the same thing, right? So, oh, by the way, I was also going to check on Twitch. We're doing good on Twitch, though. Obviously, you know, we talked on, we've been talking to I Love Crossplay, right? Or no, Raiden as well on Twitch. Really appreciate you guys over there. Yep, awesome. Yeah, we are. And how is the sound? Oh, is Dead Rising not playing anymore? Bro. Yeah, it wasn't playing. Okay, I looped it. Now it's playing. Bro. Okay. Let me charge my phone, actually. I gotta do that. I gotta charge my phone. Guys, I'm so hyped to see new Capcom, new Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster footage, guys. Now, I should mention, as you guys can see in the pinned comment, they did specifically say they're going to talk about the Kunitsu-Gami. They're also going to talk about Resident Evil 7 on the iPad and the iPhone. That I'm not really interested in, I'll be honest. I'm just interested in Dead Rising. That's about it. That's about it. Honestly, I think everybody in the chat as well in Capcom. Oh no, some people also want to hear other stuff, but nah, dude. Nah, it's literally just gonna be like, it's already confirmed what they're gonna talk about. It's also gonna be 29 minutes, so it's not that long, guys. It's not that long. Not that long. Let's put that over there. By the way, guys, I was also talking to Andy from the producer Biohazard Declassified. And we're talking right now, we're in talks right now, but he might actually stop by. He might, not for this stream, but he might stop by on the channel, and I might interview him for, you know, the behind the scenes, you know, his work on the Keeper's Diary. Yeah, we were talking about that, so yeah, definitely excited to have him on. I was also talking to them on their stream yesterday, and what was funny is that Andrew Salo, the director of the Keeper's Diary, was also there. I don't know if you guys hear my cat. He's crying his face off. It's okay. You know what? I think my mic is not going to pick it up. Can you guys hear that? I don't know. I think my mic is good enough that it'll reject it. I think. We'll see. Anyways. Anyways, talking to Andrew Salo, and he also wants to, yeah, he was saying, yeah, you know, I'd love to come back with Charlie as well. You know, OG Chris Redfield on the channel. So that's awesome. That's great. I'd love to have Charlie again. And it seems to me, I might be wrong. I actually want to ask him this, but I'm curious to see if Charlie's actually going to be in the Dino Crisis stuff. Is he going to be in more Resident Evil stuff? Because I know they were also working on another Resident Evil thing with like the OG Barry and OG Wesker all being like in the same thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about that. They're probably finished filming that. So definitely that's a question I have to ask them. I'll ask Andy when we do our live stream and, you know, chat. I mean, I'm hyped for that. So yeah, that's basically news. That's basically the news. By the way, guys, should I play Dead Rising 1? I mean, we'll see, right? I mean, if Dead Rising Deluxe whatever remaster Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, dang, that's a mouthful. If that releases like, I don't know, next month or like in 2 months, that might be a little hard. We'll see. But if it releases, like if they're looking to release it like in fall or winter, whatever, of this year, I think, yeah, we'll definitely try to play Dead Rising 1, because you know what, it's been a while. I haven't played Dead Rising 1 since 20, I think I got the platinum in 2019 actually. Let me check that. I'm actually going to turn on my PlayStation and we'll see, because I got the platinum and then I just didn't play it. I didn't play it for a long time, so I don't know. We'll see. Guys, we have 1 minute and 26 seconds, so we're a little ahead now, but we'll see. Guys, we're hyped. I'm hyped. We're gonna do it. I'm also gonna see if I have enough time to check. I'm gonna have to look deep into my trophies though. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go. Oh, okay, my TV's screwing up. Whatever. Okay, let's actually switch, guys. Let's do it.
Be sure to check out the Monster Hunter Anniversary Packs, available for a limited time on Steam. Here are the titles you can pre-order now. Please visit the official websites for details.
Is it loud? Let me see. I'll check right away. Check.
And finally, don't forget to wishlist Monster Hunter Wilds, the latest title in the Monster Hunter series.
What is this? Oh, let's do it. Is it still loud, actually? I'm gonna put my mic up.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Capcom Next Summer 2024. Today we'll be giving updates on 3 titles.
Okay, I'll put it down just a little.
Dead Rising is back from the dead with the Deluxe Remaster. Check out this and other games from Capcom this summer. But first, we'd like to tell you about this title.
Kunitsu-Gami, okay, we're still good. Let me know how the audio is right now, guys. Really appreciate it. Hey, Wesker, 520, what's up, man? Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess. This looks a little weird, but it looks like it's a good action, like, fighter game, you know what I mean? Like, that type of game, so.
Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess will launch on July 19th, 2024. We're excited for you to immerse yourself in the unique Japanese-inspired setting.
Sheesh, I didn't know
the innovative gameplay combines elements of both action and strategy.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Guys, how is the audio now?
Kunitsu-Gami, Path of the Goddess is set on Mount Kafuku, which has been covered by defilement. When the sun sets, the sinister Seethe emerge to attack the mountain.
I don't know. Let's see.
During the day, you'll explore the villages,
help
fix the broken contraptions, and purify the villagers. Then you'll be able to give the villagers roles and choose where to place them.
Check.
It's critical to use your daylight time wisely.
I think that's a little better.
The game will test the player's decision-making abilities. During the night phase, the Seath attack the villages. Fight with the protagonist So's graceful sword attacks.
Check.
Issue commands to the villagers, helping you to protect.
It's hard,
the
guys. It's
maiden
hard
Yoshino.
to test the audio because it's a showcase, so you can't listen to it before. It's not like a video.
Day-night cycle and
But I think that's good, right? Let me know. If there's any issues, guys. Let me know. We'll
mountain.
fix it right away. We still got time because right now they're just showcasing Kunitsu-Gami. So
in many different forms.
yeah, we're good. Kenneth Wolf, what's up, man?
Getting help
Hey,
from
yo, what's up?
villagers
Checking
is
in. No, Resident
essential
Evil. I'm
to
kind of
make it
salty, but
through
at least
the
Capcom
wide
let us know
array
what
of
would be
challenges
here.
presented.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, technically there is Resident Evil 7, but I get what you mean.
Upgrade
There's no
villager
new
roles to
stuff.
give yourself more
So,
support.
yeah. You know what, guys? I'm actually gonna switch to my
You can
sweater. Let's
freely
freaking
reset
go,
upgrades
dude.
and
I'm gonna
redistribute
switch
them
my
to
sweater.
other
We'll do
roles.
that. Let me charge
Customize
actually
the
my
roles
phone.
however you want.
You're good. Thank you so much, JP Gaming. Always, yeah.
You'll
Thank you so
also
much
be
for
able
stopping
to
by, man.
upgrade So as you play through the game. Upgrade attacks, unlock archery, and use skills to summon the
I can't believe
villagers.
this game's actually releasing.
There are a
like,
variety of elements that can be upgraded. Combine So's upgrades with abilities from Tsuba Guards and Mazo Talismans. Expand the strategies and actions the player can take.
guys, it's gonna get hot
Work
in here,
effectively
dude.
with the villagers and guide
It's gonna get
Yoshino
hot in
as you
here.
purify the villages.
This is the thick sweater, bro.
Sheesh.
Next,
Oh,
take a
what's
look
this?
at this.
Okay, never mind. Just throw it there. Kenneth Wolf says, I'm still holding out hope for Tokyo Game Show. Any evidence that they have ever shown a Resident Evil game at Tokyo Game Show? No, they really haven't. They really haven't. Honestly, it seems like it's just been PlayStation most of the times.
The demo version
But,
will be available from today.
We did get a
You can play
Capcom
part of the
showcase, but
main
usually when we get a
story in the
Capcom
demo
showcase,
version, and there's
they
no
kind of
limit on
release
playtime
like information
or the number of
before.
times you can
So,
play.
like at a PlayStation, right? So
We're excited for
I don't
you
know.
to experience
We'll see.
this
It's kinda,
unique
we
combination
didn't get anything
of
on
action
PlayStation.
and
We didn't get
strategy.
nothing on Xbox. I mean, Xbox was good though.
We also
got a lot
have a
of
new
stuff, but-
announcement.
How are we feeling with this game, guys? Oh, Okami. Is that an old game? Wait. That is an old game, isn't
To
it?
celebrate the demo version, Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess will have a collaboration with the 2006
Oh, I
action-adventure
see, okay.
hit Okami.
It's a collab.
Collaboration
okay.
costumes for the main character, So, and the maiden Yoshiro. There will be collaboration weapons, and we have collaboration music in the game as well. In order to celebrate the Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess demo, we're having a special festival. One of the themes of Kunitsu-Gami Path of the Goddess is working with others to achieve a goal. If enough players work together and try the demo version, we will include the Okami collaboration items as a free title update on release day for everyone who purchases a copy
Oh,
of the
that's
game.
cool.
For details, please see our website and social media accounts.
That's kind of nice. I'm not into Asian style games. Too many
Kunitsu-Gami
flooding the
Path
market
of
in
the
my opinion, but it's
Goddess
okay
is
for people who
available
like
for
them.
pre-order.
Yeah. I mean, the only I guess Asian
The
type
Mazo
of game that I like is
talismans
the
for So
Yuga
and a mini
Gotoku or
art book
Yakuza
are
series.
included as
I was actually
pre-order
debating
bonuses.
on whether to make a Resident Evil channel or a Yakuza channel.
Check out the demo version, available
And
today.
obviously, I ended up going with Resident Evil, but because you know what, I got burnt out of Yakuza because I got so many. I got a platinum for Yakuza 4. I tried to get for 5, 0, 1, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I've been a long time Yakuza fan, but still, dude, like I
Next
played all
up,
of them 100%.
a new look
and
for some fan favorites.
I got burnt out. I have to take a break.
Want the inside scoop on the recently revealed Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster?
Let's freaking
We've put
go.
together an exclusive top secret
Let's
program
freaking
full
go.
of undead mayhem. Join us as we sit down with key development team members from each title
Guys, this is
to
awesome.
unearth the secrets of Dead Rising and the new look for Resident Evil 7. First, take a look at the trailer.
Oh, a new trailer? Wait, no. Is this the same trailer we already got? Wait, what? This is literally the same trailer. Wait. Bro, why are they showing the same trailer again?
Research for a story. Frank West.
Remember that name, because the whole world's gonna know it in 3 days.
Bro. Sorry, I had to complain.
What?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Zombies?
Let's
Take a
freaking
look
go.
out there. Those ain't zombies. What would you call them?
Dude. Okay, how is this not a remake? How is this a remaster though?
Get over here!
Wait, what? Okay. Oh, I forgot about that kid. Yeah, gameplay is pretty much the same. This is nice.
This is my store! A customer!
Oh, we almost saw a bit of Carlito. Wait. September 19th? Sheesh. Oh my gosh,
What you just
dude.
witnessed is the newly released trailer for Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. You may be thinking, that looks like a full-on remake.
Yeah.
We had the same thought, so we spoke with
Yeah,
three key
wait.
staff to get to the bottom of this deluxe
Yeah,
remaster.
tell us, staff. What the hell do
We
you
began
mean?
our investigation with director Ryosuke Murai. Well, actually, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to call this game a remake,
What?
considering the work we put into it.
Okay.
Before we could even ask a question, Murai was giving us the inside scoop about the game.
Okay, well, the director said it is, so take that,
The first
everybody
thing
that
you'll
tried to
notice
argue my
is
comments.
The improved graphics. The new specs allow the game to run at 4K 60 FPS. We've
He
also
still
made
runs so
quite a
funny.
few quality of life improvements, like the ability to move while aiming.
Yeah,
as well
dude,
as
that's
other
so nice.
adjustments
It's
to
like
make
Dead Rising
controlling
2.
Frank more intuitive. Thanks to
Oh,
popular
dude.
demand, we've
More
added
saves.
an autosave feature and fine-tuned the user interface. The game will be fully voiced in 9 languages, with text in 14,
Dude, that's
giving more
awesome.
players around the world a chance to enjoy
Yeah,
characters'
the director's
dialogue.
like, yeah, it's a remake, I guess, whatever.
We've also
Yeah,
made some
exactly.
improvements
Yeah,
to
it is.
NPC behavior that
Man,
we
that's
hope will make
crazy.
surviving the zombie apocalypse with all the colorful characters that much more enjoyable.
I'm sure the people that try to argue my comments, it's a
That
remaster.
sounds like a
Yeah, you
complete
guys are
overhaul.
freaking.
It
They're
makes
probably
me wonder
so
if the
upset
game's
right now.
main concept is still intact.
I told
If
you.
you've played the original, rest
Oh my
assured
gosh.
that its core remains unchanged in this deluxe remaster. We did our best to respect the direction of the original game.
Oh,
We
Jesse.
kept the fundamental
Sure.
gameplay the same while improving upon the user experience. With this, we
Wait.
believe that both veterans and newcomers alike will be able to enjoy a fresh experience.
Jesse looks the same.
Our goal was
Sure.
to ensure that today's players would experience the same shock players felt when the original game was released. We believe we accomplished this goal with Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. We hope that everyone will give it a try.
Okay, well, you didn't
Unable to
explain
get
why you
any
called it a
definitive
remaster,
answers
though.
out of director Murai, we gave art director Satoshi Takamatsu the third
How's it going?
degree.
Hey, Captain Treehead.
It turns out
It
he
just
had
announced that
ambitions
Dead
of his
Rising
own for this
is a
project.
remake.
Because the original came out 18 years ago, there were many limitations during development. Thanks to nearly 2 decades
Sure.
of technological advancements, we
Isabella.
were able to accomplish a lot that couldn't be done back then. For example, Resident Evil, Capcom's other zombie franchise, focused on quality over quantity. Dead Rising took a different approach.
Yeah, how is this not a remake, bro?
The
The
goal
people that were
was to
like, oh, it
pack
looks the
as many
same.
zombies as
It's like a
possible
different
into
engine, bro. Look at
huge
that.
shopping mall.
That's the OG, bro. That's the remaster.
This meant each individual zombie wasn't as polished as we would have liked. However, this time around, we were able to focus on quality as well. As the art director,
Nice.
I couldn't be more pleased that we were able to apply high-end modeling and production
Dude, this is
to both
awesome,
the
man.
main character Frank
It's a one-to-one remake.
and all of the
Exactly.
NPCs.
Exactly. Dude,
Of
it's just so
course,
hype. I'm so
another
hyped.
critical aspect of Dead Rising that we have to address is the shopping mall setting. In the original game, the Willamette Parkview Mall is made up of several areas, like Entrance Plaza and Paradise Plaza, each with its own unique characteristics. We've taken these designs and evolved them even further by adding real-time lighting and shadow effects, so that each location
A lot of
takes
people
on
were
a
saying that
different appearance,
it looks like the
depending
RE
on the
engine.
time of day.
Because the lighting
That's
in RE
how much
engine is always really
detail
good.
we've put into this project.
Dude. It's such a small detail, but honestly, it changes so much.
For
So it
character
changes the mood,
animations,
you know?
we tried to limit unnecessary changes and use the original data as much as possible, especially during action scenes.
Obviously,
We could have made them more realistic with today's tools,
but they wanted to
but
keep the charm.
we wanted to preserve
Yeah.
the unique
Awesome.
and comical movements that made the original Dead Rising
Dude,
so special.
the zombies look so good. Oh, the psychos in the courtyard or whatever.
Takamatsu was finally giving us the info we were looking for. However, we
Dude.
couldn't stop there.
I'm so hyped.
We had to know why this is called a deluxe remaster. To do that, we tracked down the game's producer and managed to get his account. I think Dead Rising is a unique game with extremely tight game design.
Looking
even by
really good. I
today's
know,
standards.
right? And by the way, this is
However,
on stream, so it
we
kind of looks
also
a little,
knew the original game
like
was
it's not
released
fully.
18 years ago,
Doesn't look the
and that
best,
improvements were needed to reach a modern audience.
but
That's why we
the
focused
bit
on
rate for the
improving
video, I'm saying,
playability,
like their stream.
in
is not
addition
the
to
best. Or is that
overhauling the
Carlito?
graphics. This game truly deserves the title of Deluxe Remaster. Its unique game design allows it to stand apart from other zombie games. It feels fresh even today. Morimoto took a moment to compose himself before divulging something terrifying. Here at Capcom, we're no strangers to zombies. But this game takes it to another level.
Guys, we're definitely playing
With
this,
a
by the
wry
way.
smile on his face, Morimoto took out his phone and showed it to us. And there it was, Resident Evil 7, in a form we
What kind of
never
segue
imagined.
is that? Wait,
Capcom is
what?
thrilled to bring its third Resident Evil title
They
to the
told
iPhone 15
what was his
Pro
name?
and other Apple
Morimoto? They told
devices.
Morimoto to do that, bro.
The game has been optimized greater than ever before to ensure the
Okay.
best possible RE experience.
At
As
Capcom,
with
we're no
Resident
strangers
Evil Village
to.
and RE4,
We're
using
no
a
strangers
controller
to
like
zombies.
the DualSense
And speaking
or a
of
mobile
which,
controller that
Resident
attaches
Evil
directly to
7.
the phone allows for a surprisingly comfortable gameplay experience. That being said, when playing on a mobile device without a controller, we felt
Bro,
the
why you
standard
playing Resident
virtual
Evil 7
controller
on your
just
mobile
didn't cut
phone,
it.
bro? Why you playing
So
on
the
your
development
phone?
team took it upon themselves to optimize the touch controls for Resident Evil 7 on iOS.
Yeah, RE7 is such a weird
One
game
of
for
the
a
biggest
phone, right?
challenges
Yeah,
we faced
is
was
it-
implementing
right? Like
the
it's so
auto fire
weird.
feature. You can
Just play
enable
it.
this
Just play on
setting
your
so
like.
that your weapon
Play on
fires
PS4. Like
automatically
play on
when aiming at
PS5
an
or
enemy,
Xbox, bro.
making it
PC,
much easier to
anything.
play without the use of peripherals.
Like why?
The
Why?
early Resident Evil games also had auto-aiming. Despite the differences in specs, Morimoto wasn't willing to compromise on usability. With Apple's help,
Oh, so
he was able to
Morimoto
take
was the
on
one
new
that was actually
challenges
working on
that
this.
prioritized the
Interesting.
immersive experience. The menu, options, and inventory are now all touchscreen compatible, allowing for a more intuitive experience. The first part of the game is free to play.
I mean, that's great.
Resident Evil 7 is
That's
guaranteed
fun,
to
but,
be
like,
frightful fun.
I
If
don't
you have
know.
a compatible device,
I
we
wouldn't
highly
play it on
recommend
there. I
checking
would play it
out
on
to
my
see what you
PlayStation
think.
5 or like PC, dude.
Since its release in
Especially since I have two
2017,
PCs
Resident
right now.
Evil 7 has sold 13 million copies. Now it's available in a new form
Yeah,
on
Captain
Apple
Triad
devices.
says,
Up
I never
next, a
thought, man. I
confession
wish I
from
could play
Koichi
RE7 on
Nakanishi,
iPhone.
the director
Lady Huga
behind
says the
classic.
funny thing is that Resident Evil 7 doesn't even
Resident
have
Evil
zombies.
was, well,
That's
if I'm
so
being
good.
honest, as a brand,
That's such a
we
good
were off
point,
track.
Lady Huga.
And legendary
Oh,
director
dude, that's so
Yoshinori
funny.
Kawano discloses the
It's nice to
secret
hear we
origin
weren't going
of
for
Dead
realism for
Rising.
once. Yes.
I feel like Dead Rising is the
Wesker
classic zombie
520
game.
says, oh, Dino Crisis would be sick.
In the
yes.
second half of the
But if they're
program,
bringing back Dead
we'll learn
Rising, they have to be
previously
doing a Dino
untold
Crisis. I'm
stories
convinced.
about
Yes.
how the games
yes,
were developed.
Definitely. Doesn't Capcom use the RE engine for every project? Yes, exactly.
Dead
But that was
Rising
something that I
Deluxe
knew.
Remaster.
That was one of my points.
Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster will have an emergency digital launch for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Steam on September 19th.
Physical November.
The Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster Digital Deluxe Edition will include additional costumes and mall background music, and will be available with the regular version on September 19th.
Is that the Tyrant? No. Dead
Rising fans shouldn't miss the Dead Rising Original Pack, included as a pre-order bonus.
That's so hyped. Dude, you get to freaking switch the Dead. Oh, man.
Today.
Dude, support this game. Can you imagine Dead Rising 2 Deluxe Remaster on top of this? Bro, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Dude, was that it for Dead Rising? I think that was it for Dead Rising.
Welcome to the family, son.
I hate this song. I hate this song. I'm sorry. It's the worst song in Resident Evil. I'm gonna say it. It's the worst song in Resident Evil. I can just imagine the singer being like, "Don't tell Aunt Rosie, don't tell Aunt Rosie." It's stupid. Okay, like, don't tell Aunt Road.
How did Capcom's two major zombie games, Dead Rising and Resident Evil 7, come to be made in the first place?
Yeah,
we interviewed the directors of both titles to learn more about the games.
It's cool though, I'll give them that.
First, we have Koshi Nakanishi, the distinguished
Dead Rising
director
6,
of
dude.
Resident
Let's go.
Evil 7.
How's it going, gang? Stalking clips. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hate RE7. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Resident Evil 7, but I like the song, but I hate RE7. Really?
Resident Evil was... Well, if I'm being honest,
I don't like the song. I think it's not even a good song.
The action element had been expanded, and fans reacted much more negatively than expected.
Yeah. I guess we have something. We all have something in common, guys.
Game has to be scary.
I mean, there's a reason you guys subscribe to my channel, right?
So we took another look at it. And the general
this would be considered blasphemy for many Resident Evil fans, but not here.
Game is one that
it's okay, guys. You can be open here. I don't care.
For Resident Evil 7. I played Resident Evil from the beginning, and those early games were terrifying. I was excited to try and make Resident Evil 7 into a game that would live up to the
why not just have Resident Evil 1 on the phone? I want that.
The fear-inducing Resident Evil that Nakanishi was after had a major impact upon its release. But the course that he chose was far from the path of least resistance. In order to make a fear-focused Resident Evil, many elements of the game had to be re-evaluated from scratch.
I love RE7, I hate the song. There you go, yes. Okay.
Like
but we agree,
the game system.
We agree somewhat. We you know.
Anything that didn't induce fear had to change. And sometimes we threw the whole thing out. And in order to make it scary,
would be more fun on the phone and
we decided to go with a first-person point of view.
Well, I mean, the fact that it's first-person,
up to that point, RE had been third-person perspective with the character on the screen.
For phones, in my opinion, compared to third-person.
But when you're viewing the world from a safe distance behind a character, it's not as immersive and frightening. First-person forces you to be up close and personal. And that's exactly what we were trying to accomplish.
Greatest game of all time in terms of RE, in my opinion, is RE2 original and RE1 remake. Yeah.
We weren't sure whether to target a casual or core audience.
Yeah, the song makes no sense. Yeah, it felt so like off-brand. It felt all so off-brand.
However, we trusted management's concepts and made what we thought would be fun. Kawano had a range of experience directing Mega Man Legends and Breath of Fire, and he was confident in this new genre. We wanted to put the main character somewhere that was overrun with zombies. Most games might ordinarily make their main character a cop or a soldier.
Yeah, how could that not be a remake, bro?
Ready for the situation.
It looks like a whole new engine. Like it's crazy. It's crazy how people were arguing that it wasn't.
In that direction would dilute
people that were like, there was one guy that was like so confident, and I told him, "Can you say with 100% confidence that it is like not a remake?" And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Bro, you're crazy."
We made him a journalist. We focused the story on him being trapped in a place full of zombies.
Oh, and he's running fast too, dang.
And rescuing survivors.
He must have like speed all the way up.
So that they can all make it out together.
Oh, and the approved AI? Bro, I'm so hyped.
Kawano faced challenges during development. It's clear though that he still has the same passion for the game.
Followed by
In terms of the
RE3
narrative,
OG. My legs feel
there's
like
a
gel after
zombie
walking
outbreak.
12 plus miles, 30
We
heat
wanted the
steps.
player
Nice.
to encounter people trying to
And 200
escape,
push-ups.
and others who have become a bit unhinged, making them feel like they're trapped in the outbreak. On the development team, we all felt like it was a fun game, but others who saw the game were kind of taken aback. Some even asked whether it was okay to make a game that was so violent. For a second, we started to doubt ourselves.
Nah, dude, don't doubt yourselves.
Such an innovative project was bound to
No,
grapple
come on,
with internal
guys.
friction.
Don't do that.
But Kawano had a trump card to
Yes,
play.
fan expectation. Exactly. Thank you, Kawano.
We previewed it at a game show and got mobbed. Players loved that you could use a parasol to kill zombies or put buckets on their heads.
They got mobbed?
That's when I knew we'd done it. I still can't say whether it was targeting core or casual players, but everyone loves zombies.
Yeah.
And being able to mess around with them
That's one
in
of the
so
things that
many
Dead
ways.
Rising's so good about.
I thought people in Japan and abroad would all like the game.
It's not like horror, like you know,
However,
like typical like
RE4,
horror,
a
like, you know,
game
like
without zombies,
Silent
was
Hill.
released the year before.
It's just zombies.
Was Dead
and
Rising
more like
trying
sci-fi.
to
You know what I mean?
dethrone
It's,
the
I like
RE
it.
franchise?
It's like a nicer version of Resident
I
Evil,
think
and like
that makes
Resident
Dead
Evil's a nicer
Rising one
version
the
of Silent Hill in
classics.
terms of like
also,
the
I think
horror,
anything
you know?
with zombies
I don't know if that makes
needs
sense,
a
but-
sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean it's very
The
lighthearted.
zombie
Dead Rising.
outbreak is a disaster, but I think you
And
need
he still
to
has
laugh.
the same
too.
movements.
If there are laughs, you can have some tears as well. Resident Evil, on the other hand, is cooler. The
Yeah.
main characters are very cool.
Yeah. Though there is some like
Kawano's continued passion
some
for the
goofy
game was
lines,
evident from his
but,
intensity.
yeah.
Shinji Mikami made the Resident Evil games,
Yeah.
so of course they have a sense of humor. Giant dolls appear and walk around. But I think we
RE4.
really filled Dead Rising with a ton of ridiculous stuff.
Oh, they brought back
If
the
you're
Mega
looking
Man.
for a clear answer to that question,
Dress in
in
the
the context of this program, I think it's fair to say that Dead Rising is the classic zombie game.
Yes, yes. That's what's different about
A lot of
about
people
it,
played
you know,
the
with,
game when it first came
Resident
out,
Evil.
but it wasn't the easiest to play. Now that it's been made a little more accessible, I'm excited for those who didn't play or couldn't finish to have another chance.
Yeah, is there going to be like difficulty settings? Because the OG didn't have that.
We'll let him have the final comment. We're making a new Resident Evil. It was really difficult to figure out what to do after 7. But I found it. And to be honest, it feels substantial.
Yeah, bro. He's talking about a new Resident Evil. Okay, so it's confirmed.
I mean, just yet.
We already
But I
knew.
hope you're excited for the day I can.
Sheesh. So, who was that? Was that the director of Resident Evil 7? Who was that? It's the guy with the hat. Wait, let's go back to see who that guy was specifically. Because this is a different guy. Like, they announced this guy. What's his name? This is Yoshinori Kawano, who's the director of Dead Rising. Oh, right here. Here we go. What does it say? I think he's the director of Resident Evil 7, isn't he? Director of R7? Okay.
How did Capcom's 2 major zombie games, Dead Rising and Resident Evil 7, come
It's
to
certainly
be made
not
in the
Shinji.
first
No,
place?
yeah, Shinji
We
hasn't
interviewed
been.
the directors of both
Shinji hasn't worked for
titles to learn more
Capcom
about
since
the games.
2005.
First, we have
right? Or
Koshi
2004,
Nakanishi,
so I
the
don't know.
distinguished director of
Been a
Resident
long
Evil
time.
7. Follow along as he...
Director of Resident Evil 7 said that. Koshi Nakanishi. Interesting. So Koshi... So, if the director of Resident Evil 7... was he also the director of Resident Evil 8? Let's actually go back.
shares
Koshi Nakanishi. Okay, let's actually search that right now. Koshi... Is it like that? Nakanishi? Koshi... Yep, exactly. Yeah. Koshi Nakanishi, Resident Evil 5, game designer, director of Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D, Resident Evil Revelations, and Resident Evil Biohazard. Oh, guys, if he directed Resident Evil Revelations, I wonder if he kind of went that route. Interesting. So he didn't direct Resident Evil 8. So obviously 8. I mean, 8 is completely different from. I mean, it's the closest to 7, but it obviously feels different. But the fact that he directed Revelations, I wonder if we're gonna have a combination of Resident Evil 7 and Revelations. Obviously, it kind of begs the question: are we going to get Resident Evil 7 to be like? Is it going to be first person? I doubt it, honestly. I think to be honest, especially with the Shadow of Rose, with going back to third person, and especially with RE4 remake, the success of that, and also the other remakes. I mean, if you obviously you don't want to count RE3 there with RE3 remake and that bunch, but regardless, it seems that it is going to be third person. But that's interesting. I mean, are we going to see components of Revelations of Resident Evil 7 in the new one? What characters? I mean, it's cool that Capcom basically said, and they basically announced it. Like, this is the only time they've ever spoken on it. Obviously, we've known. Like, of course, like they're working on a next one, right? They're working on another one, but it's interesting, right? It's interesting that he teased it. So that means that it almost seems like we might be getting it next year. We might be getting an announcement maybe at the end of the year, maybe at the Tokyo Game Show, right? Who mentioned that earlier on? Was that Kenneth? Yeah, but anyways, it's interesting, right? I mean, it's interesting that they teased that. This was totally out of left field, but as mentioned, it's not like a big surprise. We of course knew that was going to happen, but this is awesome. Yeah. RE7's director being the one working on the next Resident Evil has kind of worried me, not gonna lie. But I mean, especially since Resident Evil 7 was so different. But the fact, I think what saves it there is that since Revelations was very different as well, but he also worked on Mercenaries. It's interesting that he worked on Mercenaries 3D, but he didn't there was no game mode like that for Resident Evil 7. I mean, as good as the Mercenaries. Obviously, Resident Evil 7 did have like their own little, basement kind of Mercenary. It kind of sucked in my opinion. Compared to Mercenaries 3D was honestly is the best way to play Mercenaries in my opinion. I think after it's like probably like Resident Evil 4 OG, Resident Evil Remake, I guess now I haven't put into the list. And then obviously, you have 5 and 6, which had tremendous, great Mercenaries. So yeah, guys, it's interesting. Yeah, it does kind of have some worries, but I think Koshi Nakanishi knows what he's doing, right? I mean, obviously, if they are going to go that direction, I hope that it's not first person, because if it's first person, I don't really like that, honestly. But I think with everything I've seen, it seems there's a lot more evidence to suggest that it is going to be third person. Obviously, And especially with, with PlayStation partnering up with Resident Evil, slash Capcom, and adding, VR support, VR2 support, I should say. It does kind of, it makes me less worried about that, about it being just first person again, because Resident Evil has to be third person. I don't know. We've always had Resident Evil in third person. When we've had Resident Evil in first person, it just doesn't feel the same, like with the Gun Survivor games, with Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8. But Resident Evil 8 even went back on that and added the third person mode, which felt like a mod. But at least they went back, especially with Shadow of Rose. So yeah, I ain't playing first person anymore. Exactly. Yeah, I want RE to be more horror. Him being in charge means we're getting horror game for RE9. Exactly. That's another excellent point, Kenneth. That's a very good point. Resident Evil 7, one of the reasons why I actually didn't like it as much was because it was more on the horror side of things. It was trying to push the boundaries of Resident Evil, especially when you had like moments in Resident Evil 7 where like the guy, like Jack would show up all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like he'd pop up. There was a lot of like not jump scares, but I guess just like it was very like it almost seemed like you were like in a haunted house. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I would say it. Where there was moments where they kept trying to do that, where it's like, is this haunted? Is this? But obviously, since it's Resident Evil, it's grounded in sci-fi science, right? Like pseudoscience. That's not the case, but yeah. I mean, I wonder if Koshi Nakanishi had a hand to play on House Beneviento in Resident Evil 8. Did he? I don't think so. It seems like he might not have. Yeah, he might. I don't think he did. Right? It doesn't say here. This is Resident Evil Wiki, so yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, very interesting. But yeah. I played Resident Evil 8 in first person. I wasn't impressed. Yeah, third person is the best for Resident Evil. Yeah, I'm tired of first person. Yeah, leave first person for Call of Duty, not Resident Evil. Exactly. It's going to be third person horror game like RE2 in my opinion. Yeah, it has to be, right? I mean, everybody prefers it third person. That's the way it's been since the beginning, except for, like Gun Survivor games. Like, or like I didn't even mention the Chronicle games as well, right? Umbrella Chronicles, Darkside Chronicles, those are fun, but I mean, there were more rail shooters, right? Even Gun Survival was more of a rail shooter. It wasn't the same as Resident Evil 7, which wasn't a rail shooter. It was actually, just moving around in first person. So it's a little different. But yeah, Resident Evil 8 in third person is awesome. Yeah, I hope we play as Jill in Resident Evil 9 once more. Or Eder. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's been such a long time since we've seen Jill in a game. Obviously, we did see her recently in 2015. That's when the timeline is set for Resident Evil Death Island. By the way, guys, I'm actually working on a Resident Evil Death Island video at the moment, so that might be releasing next week. We'll see, or the week after. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. RE8 and third person is awesome. I hope we play as Jill in Resident Evil 9. Resident Evil 7 has too many unskippable cutscenes for me. Yes, that's an excellent point, Captain Treehead. That's something that I was hearing my brother really complain about, was the fact that it was so annoying. It was so bad that, it was so bad that you couldn't skip cutscenes. Obviously, they changed that. They did change it with Resident Evil 8. They added that for the remakes, right? RE2, RE3, RE4. But yeah, RE7 just didn't, right? It was the first one of the new RE engine, and it just did not. It was awful. Maybe it's more dev time because they'll have options for both. Yeah, I don't know. I found 8 more fun. Or you're suggesting that perhaps that it might be first and third person, and so that might cause it to be more. I don't know. I don't know if it will. I mean, I'm not a game developer, but to me, it does seem like it's just, if you have the camera set in one location and then going back to first person, because there's some games where you can switch to first person, go to third person. I think if you've locked it in and have different angles of the camera, I don't think it would be too hard, but I don't know. Yeah. Resident Evil 7 enemies are so lame. Jack carried that game. Yep. No, 100% agree. Yeah, the enemies was one of the things that I hated. Like, there was no variation. You just fought the same mold virus dudes the whole game. Lord Viglar says, I'm hoping more for static game camera angles of the old games. You know what? I'm actually shocked that hasn't been an option to go back. Almost like, like Resident Evil 5, where they added like that cool, fixed camera angle in Lost and Nightmares. They should do that for more of the game. You know what I mean? First, especially, with, who else is doing that? Well, and in a version of doing that is Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. That game, you actually have the option of either doing modern controls or modern camera angles, where it's like over the shoulder, almost like Metal Gear Solid 5, the Phantom Pain, or you could switch back to the classic Metal Gear, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, or Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, where it's almost like backed off, where you can actually see the character like more, and I don't know how to explain it, but if you guys have played those games, it's more back. Honestly, the new Resident Evil would be really cool if they added that as like a bonus filter, a bonus, I guess, like angle at the end of playing the game. That would be really cool. They should do that, honestly. Yeah. First with Leon and Resident Evil Vendetta and Infinite Darkness, then with Chris, Leon and Claire and Resident Evil RE Death Island. Man, it's getting annoying with all these plot armors. I mean, that's just Resident Evil, right? Lady Hugo says, yeah, whatever. Whenever I think of trying Resident Evil 7 again, I remember the boring first 30 minutes. I'm like, nah. Yeah, and you know what I think of? I think of the ship. I think of the ship in Resident Evil 7, which I'm like, yeah, that's not a great time. Smorkle GG, how's it going, man? Thank you so much for stopping by, dude. He says, hi, bro. How are you? Doing good. We just got Resident Evil teaser, which I didn't expect. We got so much content on Dead Rising. I'm so hyped, man. It's coming in September, guys. I'm definitely gonna try to get early access from Capcom since I am a Capcom creator. We'll see how that goes, but I'm also cooking in this sweater, bro. Leon pulling off Dante's Rainstorm move from DMC3 and Vendetta was ridiculous. I'm not a fan of DMC3. Like I've only played DMC, like the remake or like the reboot. That's about it. I played the other ones like very little, but I don't have any knowledge on those games. Captain Treehead says, I think Resident Evil 7 would have been better if it had few more connections, skippable cutscenes, 2 or 3 enemies more types, and better final boss. A few more connections, skippable cutscenes, 2 or 3 enemy types. Yeah, better. Yeah. You know what? I think I wouldn't argue with that. I would agree with that statement. I think it would be better. Smorgo GC says, I hope Code Veronica remake is the next game being developed. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. Code Veronica is actually one of my favorite classic Resident Evil games. I mean, obviously, I haven't done a tier list, so I'm just gonna say that it's one of my favorites, but. Yeah, I'm not going to say anymore. I'll have to save it for when I do a tier list. But all I'll say is that Code Veronica, it's not at the top place, but it's definitely up there. You know what I mean? Billy Lost 904 says, I wish we fight more family members more than the brain dead mold enemies. Like the concept was just supposed to happen. Yeah, I've heard that there were supposed to be dogs in the original RE7, right? I mean, like before, like in like the concept. I don't know. That was something that I think Jekka Sandwich was actually telling me a while ago, I think. Longtime subscriber. Huge shout out to Jekka, by the way. I'm pretty sure she's the one that told me that. I think about like a long time ago. I think this is when we were playing Resident Evil Reverse, actually. It was a long time ago. Yeah. Kenneth Wolf says, Dust Golem is pretty certain that RE0 is being remade right now, but I think it's such cap. I wouldn't make any sense going into if they remake RE5. Yeah, you know, Dust Golem even admitted that he is doing educated guesses. So I mean, there's no point in listening to a leaker that says that. He specifically tweeted out a long time ago, like a couple weeks ago, I would say maybe a month or two. He basically stated that after the huge Capcom data breach of 2020, that all of his sources ended up going dark. So all of his sources went dark, and then it's like, well, he's basing information that's like years old. So his information is not reliable. I don't know if he's still technically a leaker, if all of his, sources or other leaks that he gets, it's all basically tapped out. Like there's no more leak or hidden information that he can get from certain, like developers from before, if Capcom basically went and shut everything down. So that's a bit strange. Honestly, that doesn't make too much sense, but yeah. Smorkle GG says, have you heard anything about Code Veronica remake? Only from Dust Golem, but like I said, like as stated, he's not 100% reliable, but I'm hoping. Nothing official, if that's what you're asking. There's nothing official for Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil. Yeah, the only thing official that we got today is just Resident Evil 9, right? The next Resident Evil is what he stated, so that's exciting news. But anyways, guys, I'm actually going to make a video. I'm going to post a video kind of just showcasing the thing really quick. But thank you, everybody, for watching the Capcom Showcase. Actually, let's check before. 1 second. Let's actually check before we move. Let's check if we watched everything.
And finally, 18 years after the official websites for details.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we left right after. Yep. Lady Hugo says, I also wish for more connections. Lady Hugo says, I also wish for more connections to RE7, but then RE8 Spencer connection happened. I don't want connections anymore, but thank you, hello. Yeah. Or I wish for more. Yeah, the connections was something that they didn't really play with anything, honestly. It was such a wasted opportunity, especially since they stated in RE7 that they actually got they actually worked with the Wesker's organization, the HCF, back in like for a long time, right? So it's weird that they haven't brought that up with the connection. They only mention it, like when you go with Mia, with like Mia's, like when you go get Mia as Chris and you go to like the lab. But yeah, I kind of sucked. They honestly should have done more. I guess Lady Hugo says, I don't want connections anymore. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I see. Wait a second. Are you saying I also wished for more connections to RE7, but then RE... Oh, wait. I'm getting confused. Wait, is it called the connections? Sorry, I got confused. You were saying that the connections, like... you were saying, like, connecting Resident Evil 1 with Resident Evil 8, but there's also a connections, isn't there? No. What's it called? What's the thing from Resident Evil 7? You guys help me out. What's the organization that was working with Lucas or whatever? Code Veronica is such an underrated game. Very good. Yeah, one of my favorites. So yeah, no, I definitely agree. Also watched The Keeper's Diary and showed my wife, who knows nothing about RE, and she said it was way better than Welcome to Raccoon City. Definitely, yeah. There's no denying that. Chris looks like a retired security. I would very appreciate if they remake Resident Evil Gaiden. Yeah. The Connections. Sorry, guys. Connections is a crime syndicate by Brandon Bailey and Resident Evil. But no, I was actually... No. Connections encountered Miranda and offered to help. No, that is the Connections. Okay, it is. All right, I was getting confused, but no, it is. Sorry, Lady Hugo. I thought you were referring to the Connections, like with the RE7 Connections. But no, I get what you meant. But yeah. Pogus says, I played RE7 on PSVR. I had to stop because of motion sickness. Yeah, you were mentioning that before. I actually have not played VR, but I do get motion sickness a lot. So I guess I shouldn't. Resident Evil Code Veronica X is my most wanted remake to happen of all Resident Evil games at this point. 100% agree. Resident Evil 4 remake separate ways. They made ways for RE5 remake in the last cutscene. Yeah. Mia was part of the Connections, wasn't she? Yes, she was. She was working with them. Yep. Let's take this. Woo, guys. I was cooking. Man. Sorry, guys. I had to take that off because I'm like, bro, this is too much, man. It is hot, so yeah, all good. Secondly, RE Outbreak remake and remaster. Yes, that would honestly be awesome. As I think Lord Vlaglar was actually mentioning that before. He said it would actually be really cool if they added that for GOG, honestly, right? Why don't Capcom make a remastered deluxe edition of Resident Evil Outbreak File 1 and 2 like they did with Dead Rising? That would honestly be cool. Yeah, it would be genius. Yeah, I mean, obviously Capcom is internal, right? So if this is successful, which I hope it is, we're going to get a deluxe remaster for Dead Rising 2. We'll get a deluxe remaster for Dead Rising 3. And who knows, maybe we'll get for rather Resident Evil games, right? Maybe they'll use the same kind of concept, obviously, since, you know, they're very working hand in hand with the RE team, right? The Capcom server is definitely going to summon a Dino. Yes, and Dino Crisis. Yes, definitely. Definitely, Kenneth Wolf. I 100% agree with that. Also, super hype with Andrew working on Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis fan film. By the way, guys, I'm probably going to have Andrew on the channel at some point. I don't know when, but as mentioned at the start, I'm probably going to get Andy for sure. So that's the producer of The Keepers from Biohazard Declassified. It's his channel. So yeah, really hyped for that. But anyways, guys, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't already, and make sure to go follow all my socials as well as Twitch. As mentioned, we're almost to 100 followers. Anyways, guys, see ya.